to all the comic fans, Marvel geeks, and all the nerds in between. Welcome to another episode of the Vigilante Vibes podcast, where we talk all things Marvel without the toxicity that's taken up way too much time in each and every fandom. I'm your host, Megan Nicole, and today I am so very pleased to introduce a very special guest. Occasionally on my show, I get the opportunity to interview excellent comic creators, and today is no different. Please welcome Kevin Davis.
Hey, good to be here. Nice to meet you finally.
Yeah, we've talked so much online, but we never actually connected like this.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah, so welcome. Very excited you're here.
Glad to be here.
So, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about you?
So my name's Kevin Davis, and I have a publishing company called Kevin Side Entertainment. Um, it's been in the works for about 3 years. That's when I started my comic journey. Actually, it was 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I started reading comics around 2020, so I did not grow up reading comics. But I got into writing because I love storytelling.
Hmm.
And I want to bring back the originality and the creativity, and just have a blast with an imagination. And I want to get kids reading. I want to get people reading in general, from kids to adults, and just have fun. I've been a published author for about 4 years. I published my first book 4 years ago, but I took it down like last year or 2 years ago because I needed to revamp it, and I wanted to make it better. So that's a story about my life, and now I'm in a better, I guess, season where I can actually talk about my life and actually open up a bit about it and not be afraid this time around.
Hmm.
And I'm a full-fledged nerd. I love horror, fantasy, Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Image, all of them.
I love that you mentioned Image and Dark Horse and the other indie comics because it's like every time someone says, I'm a nerd, I love all of Marvel and DC. And I'm like, there's so much more out there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So, you said you took down your comic because you're in a better
No,
place in your
it wasn't
life.
a comic. It's not this was a novel, my first novel.
Oh, novel. Okay.
Yeah.
So you removed it because you're going to start it over because you're in a better place in your life. I think
Mhm.
that's very admirable because I think a lot of people give the story about their lives and it can be seen from so many different perspectives based on where you're at in life and if
Mhm.
you're over the things that's happened to you. So I think when I see comic book creators, novelists, anything who write a story about their life, I always hope I hope you give an update later or you look at it differently later. So I love that you
Mhm.
did that.
Oh yeah, and when I first wrote it, I didn't really have the knowledge that I have today, and I don't think I was very closed off, and I didn't really open up as I wanted to, because I didn't really know how to. But now I'm a bit more mature than I was back then, so I can give a better perspective of what I went through and how I overcame this and that.
Wow. So are you working on that currently right now?
Yes, that's one of the things I'm working on. I work on multiple projects at the same time because I'm
Oh,
crazy. Uh,
my anxiety could never. Absolutely not.
It's funny. One of my actually is so my novel is actually gonna be a poetry book too. So I'll be sharing some of my poetry that I write, and one of the poems is called "Anxiety," me dealing with anxiety. So
Wow.
so that was actually really fun to write because I can actually open up about it and just be flat out honest and just be me.
Oh, wow, I love that so much. That's so great. You really do it all. Like,
I've been
I
told.
yeah, you write a novel, you have comic books, you do poetry. I believe you do a newsletter. Like, how
Magazine newsletter or something. Yeah,
magazine, how do
yeah.
you do all this and keep sane?
Well, I come from a family of business, literally, because all my mom is a business owner. My dad is a business owner. My sister's a teacher, and my other sister has her own business. And I come from a family of creativity, so it was really like a fast-pacing family.
Mhm.
So I ask myself the same question sometimes too, but I have like so many tabs open on my laptop, so like that's how I kind of balance things out. But then on top of that, I actually have an amazing group of friends that works with me and help me be organized even better. Like I have a friend that does spreadsheets for me to help me get all the projects out my head, so I know what I'm doing. Then my comic artist, my main artist, she also organizes my stuff too to help me with like editing videos or coming up with comic ideas and just trying to find ways to get that balance of chaos, and not just being overwhelmed. And I'm also been again catching up on sleep because that was time I did not. I barely slept. I
Hmm.
went to like sleep like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
because my mind just keeps going and going, and I just have so many ideas I want to do in my head. So I try to get them down, and I can't sleep. I just get back up and start working, and and I had to learn to get to take care of my mental health because I won't be able to do this if I don't have the energy or have the balance to tell stories or to push my company out there.
I feel like you learning that, mental health is wealth, especially in the creative business. I feel like that's something people don't really get until years later after they've like killed themselves trying to make it to where they want to be. So I feel like you finding that out so early on kind of puts you at an advantage in the creative field.
Yeah, that's because that's also where I started my magazine because my magazine I it's a lifestyle comic culture horror magazine where it's where in a magazine you get interviews of other creators, so I try to like market them, take put them out there too, and show there are other creators like me, and I also have comic strips to show sneak peeks of upcoming comics and from me, and articles, business articles, talking about. My friend Dennis Knight writes articles for my magazine, giving advice about how to break into the comic industry and like the do's and don'ts. And then I have mental health articles that I write. So I try to like keep it balanced. So it's like interview, comic, mental health articles, and like because I want you to be informed, but I don't want it to be so heavy because it is a heavy topic to talk about. So I want you to have fun with the magazine, but also know that this happens. But also have fun reading comics at the same time. So, and also these are also my creative friends that I've met over my time so far. That's also an industry that you can check out.
So if anyone wants to check out this magazine, the link will be in the show notes. So be sure to check that out. So I see you mentioned that you have some things about horror, and I got the opportunity to review one of your comics, Skin Shifter. Like, so is horror a big thing for you?
Yes, horror and fantasy. It's literally my strong suit of writing. I've noticed that it's my strong suit of writing, and I fell in love with horror as I grew up more. Because I love Alien, I love Stranger Things, I love even Predator, I love The Conjuring, Insidious, Sinister, The Black Phone, so many different types of horror and science fiction, fantasy, and then Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. I can go on all day about it. But yeah, it's horror and fantasy is my go-to a lot of the time. Then I'm also trying to challenge my writing to get like comedy and drama and like kind of trying to branch out because not everyone likes this certain thing. So I try to like go to different areas like to potentially reach other people.
That makes sense. I'm not a horror fan by any stretch of the imagination. I get nightmares. But I really did like Skin Shifter. My mouth can't figure out how to say it, and I
Skin
have been
shifter.
struggling for like 2 weeks, and I don't know, it broke me. But, um,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. What I liked the most about it was that the dialogue of the comic was very relatable. It was very modern. It would be how I would talk to my friends, which you
Mm-hmm.
don't see very often because it's either perfect diction, perfect pronunciation, perfect everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's not how people talk. So that's what I really liked about yours.
Yeah, when I'm writing, I don't try to be like so fancy, like trying to talk like Shakespearean. I'm just going to be raw and real. Like that's literally how I'm building my brand is being raw and real. I mean, even in my comics. because when I'm writing my comics, I try to put a message in there, especially about mental health and like self-discovery. But I try to put it in a way where you can also be entertained, but also don't be like this idiot because you end up like this. Or was it, or if you're feeling lost like this character, if you go this route, you'll be on a better path. But if you go down this path, not so much. So I try to bring out like that that rawness that we don't really see on media at all. And I always say it's not that hard to be original. And Skin
Yeah.
Shifter is actually based on my novel Jacobani. It's actually a Jack is Skin Shifter is my novel Jacobani. So that novel is actually out. It's been out for like
Mhm.
2 years now, I think, or a year. Uh, Time has flown so fast I kind of lost count.
It all meshes together at one
Yeah,
point. Of like, I'll look back on
yeah,
Facebook memories. I'm like, that was a year ago? I thought it was a few months
yeah.
ago.
Yeah, so Skin Shifter is actually based on my novel Jacobani. You can get that on Amazon, and
Okay.
so I'm actually revamping the Skin Shifter comic because the version you got was like the original manga version of it.
Mhm.
I'm revamping it with the new artist, which is my main artist because we just got back in contact a year ago after life happened.
Yeah.
But she was the reason I started getting into comics because she's my very first artist. And so I'm actually I'm having a redesign as a graphic novel. So next time you get to read Skin Shifter, you'll not only have issue one again in a new art style, you also get to read issue two and three all together. So it's gonna be like 90 pages or so, maybe more, when the graphic novel comes out.
Oh, wow. That I would actually be interested in seeing because there it was really I really was compelled to the story. It just kept bringing me back in, and I was like, "Well, wait, that's it? What's gonna what yeah, I was just introduced to Jackal Bunny, and you're just gonna rudely end it? Like, I don't even
Yes.
like horror. Like, that's
Oh,
crazy."
yes. I love ending on cliffhangers because I want to sink you in and get you interested in wanting to. But you want to know more? It'll come out soon. Don't worry, it's coming. So I've always loved ending on cliffhangers. I will say it does get crazier, but it you won't. But it's not the type of crazy that's gonna be giving you nightmares. I promise.
I
I
don't
promise.
worry about me. I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. But
But
it was
but
fun. It was a fun read because there was twists and turns I did not see happening. Like at one point, spoiler alert for anyone who has not read it yet. If you haven't, you really should. When everyone turns and everyone is following a certain plan, I was like,
mm,
wait a minute. So all these characters that I became what I found comfort in because they were the starting ones. I was
mm.
like, they'll never do anything wrong. They're amazing. At the end, I was like, what did he do to me? Why did he do that?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, my inspiration behind Jacobun is that if you know the Netflix movie The Babysitter,
Hmm.
when a group of friends make a deal with the devil and stuff. Yeah, that was one of my inspirations behind Skin Shifter and Split, and I really love alter ego type of stories.
I do too.
And and I think this is probably like one of my most fun to have been writing Jackal Bunny. And if you actually read the novel version, you actually read if you read the novel, you actually will see issue one, two, and three. If you read the novel version,
Hmm.
but even the novel ends on a cliffhanger, so I would say that because there will be a Jackal Bunny sequel novel as well. That would be four, five, and six in comic form.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can actually get the full-fledged story of issue one, two, and three in the novel version before the graphic novel comes out. So
Oh, wow. Well, so have you been to conventions or anything with your novel and your comics?
I haven't started yet. I haven't officially started yet.
Oh, that would be really fun. I would really love to see that. That have your own stand with a jackal bunny cutout. That would be amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me, have I been going to conventions yet? I'm saying not yet. I'm literally just started out. not long ago, and I'm still learning about all these conventions. I'm like, I only knew about like the San Diego and New York Comic Con. I didn't even know about the smaller conventions like Baltimore or Michigan
Oh,
or
there's
I
smaller
was like,
ones
there's
than that.
so I was like, there's so many conventions I'm just learning about. I was like, and then even in my city, I didn't even know about conventions that go here. So I was like, I got to start out my local city first before I travel
Yeah,
anywhere else. And
yeah, they have
because
them everywhere. Like they're like in our expo center where I just
yeah,
moved, where I used to live, where they had like little neighborhood dog shows and stuff. They have them there. And it's
yeah,
like they're so small, but it shows you the community of the nerds of where you live because you're
oh
like, you
yeah,
look around, you're like, where have all of you been? Who are you people? I had no idea I lived
yeah,
around other nerds. So
me
yeah,
neither.
you should definitely at least a small one get your feet wet. That would be so
Mm,
fun.
yeah, and I will say there are plushies in the works. So there is a Jack of Bunny
What?
plushie coming soon. Um, yeah, I have multiple plushies on the way. That's in the works coming soon. From Jack of Bunny to Arcfire and to my other upcoming comics. So I'm expanding my business into that atmosphere.
Wow.
And also potentially 3D printed action figures maybe down the road. That's still a
Wow.
to be determined thing because I'm like I'm not really I was hesitant about plushies, but action figures that's a whole different medium. I was like, we'll see, we'll see about it. Especially if I somehow get a demand of like we want an action figure of this character or these characters. It's like I'll think about it.
You see, you
But
already have
you
all the merch for the conventions. You just got to pull
yeah.
that trigger.
Yeah, and I designed my own clothing too, so I already got like
Wow.
the merchandise, everything to go. Um, so I'm like, I will make my way to conventions. I just have to figure out how to do it and research how to sign up for stuff. But when I start going, I'm going as a fan because I don't want to work. I just want to just nerd out and just cosplay, but also still have my branding on me, so people still see that I have my own brand. But
Mhm.
when I first start going, I'm going as a fan for a little while and I like to survey the area to see how it is, how it's set up. I was like, I'm gonna get a table, but right now I just want to be a nerd and just have fun. Just no, I don't want to be. I'm not a business owner at the moment, but I technically still am because I have my branding on me.
Yeah.
But I'm not working at a table today, so yeah.
Just go get some stickers made, take them
Mm,
with you, and to every person you talk to, give them a sticker. That's what I did with our podcast. So it's
mm.
still fun. You
Nice.
can still be a nerd. You get to know people. It's very fun. But
Oh
then
yeah,
when you go with your own booth, you're still a fan. It's
true.
fun. You
Yeah.
bring someone with you. You give each other breaks so you can walk the circuit and
Mm.
you get to know fans and also have a candy bowl. Like I know it sounds funny, but
Candy bar, interesting. Okay.
anyone with a kid will stop at your booth if they have a bowl of candy because they just want to get through
Makes sense.
the whole thing. They don't want to have to
Mm,
buy their kids something and they see, oh, lollipops. I
mm.
promise you will get way more people because that's me. I don't care what you're selling. I don't care what you're doing at a con. If you have a candy bowl, I will at least hear you out because you're giving me a service with that lollipop. So I'm telling
Oh
you,
yeah.
that
Oh
was
yeah.
from anyone listening right now does not have to pay for that tip. That was a free one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So you mentioned some things that give you your inspiration, like Stranger Things, which I am
Mm.
so far down the rabbit hole right now. Like it's unhealthy. But what are some other things that inspired you?
Scooby Doo, as you can see behind me.
I didn't even
uh,
notice.
I like Scooby Doo. I grew up with all the Scooby Doos from the original to where it is now. Power Rangers. I'm a huge Disney kid. Lion King, Toy Story, Moana, um, Snow White, Tangled, Rapunzel. That's her name. Rapunzel, Cinderella. Um, Literally everything Disney I watch. I still go back and rewatch them now just because I'm like if I when I need a break from horror I go to Disney and Pixar or go to Warner Brothers for Scooby Doo and just have a blast. And then while I'm watching, I'm also getting inspired for a potential story that I want to do. So Scooby Doo, I'm actually creating a comedy mystery of my own with a talking animal. I'm not sure it's gonna be a dog. I don't know what animal it's gonna be yet, but it's in the works that I'm working on. Um, and I'm working on like getting into comedy and drama, like dramas like Bridgerton. I really got into. Um,
I tried
great,
with Bridgerton. It was too soft. I couldn't
yeah,
do
I
it.
know. Yeah.
I don't like romance. So like the whole time I was like, it's gonna pick up soon. It has to. Then I was like on
Yeah,
the
it's
third season. I was like, yeah, screw this. That's ridiculous.
yeah, it's not for everyone.
It's not.
But I watched it all the way through. So I'm gonna get inspiration. Like, how can I use that concept, but make it better and not boring? So yes, I actually do watch the whole thing, even though if it's boring, I'm still gonna watch it just because I'm getting inspired to do my own thing. um, what was Adam Sandler? I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan. Happy Gilmore 2, Grown Ups, Jack and Jill, Hotel Transylvania, all of everything Adam Sandler, huge fan. Um, I'm a huge fan of The Rock,
Hmm.
especially seeing him as a man, how he balances his family and business. That's I'm like, dude, you're running everywhere. I'm like, one post I see you saying you're in Mexico, next post you're in Spain, next I'm like, next post you're with family. I was like, dude, how the crap do you balance that?
I
And
don't think any of these people actually sleep. Like, because sometimes I'll see a celebrity, they're just bouncing around the world. I'm like, I am so tired reading this Instagram post. There's
yeah,
no way.
oh yeah, oh yeah. And The Rock has been one of my big inspirations. Because how he balanced out his companies and everything he do. And I still have to see this movie, The Smashing Machine. It looks great, and I love he's going back to his roots of actually acting and not being himself in his movies.
Thank God. I,
I was like, I was like, now
dude,
that's the I'm like that's Dwayne Johnson. That's not The Rock. That's Dwayne in The Smashing Machine. It's like we need that guy back. He's finally back.
I've
Uh,
heard great things about the movie, but I'm a huge UFC fan, like an unhealthy, huge UFC fan. So when I saw it, they were making it, I was like, oh my God, this is it. My life is complete. And then they said it was The Rock in it, and I was like, oh, why? Why did you do that? But
but
it
when you
does
see
it.
the aesthetic of him
But then
as
I
Mark
saw the
Kerr, I was like,
trailer. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's not the same character that's in,
it's
like, 8
not.
different movies, thank God."
When I saw the behind the scenes, I was like, that's The Rock?
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
no. I'm like, that's Dwayne. That's not The Rock. That is freaking Dwayne, the
Yeah,
actor, not The Rock, the action star. That's Dwayne, the actor.
thank God.
I was like, dude. And then I looked at him side to side with the guy he's playing. I was like, holy smokes, you got the entire aesthetic of the dude. Like, what in the world?
He's a white man, like, it's it is so much. Because when I first saw the trailer, I, like, was like, "I guess Dwayne's not in this," and I was like, "Oh my God, that's him."
Yeah,
And it was
yeah,
crazy, but, like, I saw so many bad reviews about it. Not that I care, because like, some of my favorite movies have been just flops,
yeah.
technically, not
Same.
in my heart. But
Yeah, I don't listen to people's reviews a lot of the time.
no, Rotten Tomatoes, like,
Yeah, screw
no.
them. That they don't. Yeah, I don't care for Rotten Tomatoes. Especially when Superman came out. I was on a trip when Superman came out, and I was in Indianapolis when it came out. I got to see it on IMAX. That was the first movie I got to see on IMAX.
Oh, wow.
And I read the reviews, and there were like so much hate. To my Henry Cavill was better, and then I'm saying that this Superman, the new one, is like more accurate comic wise.
Mhm.
And I see others like, no, Henry Cavill was accurate, more accurate. And I'm just like, how the hell did one movie freaking divide both fandoms talking about this is
That
accurate?
was
I was like, I've never read the comic, so I don't know. So I just legit looked at my phone. I was like, you say Henry's accurate. You say David's accurate. No. I was like, Zach sucks. I'm like, I was sitting on Zach's balls. I was like, okay, now you're getting disrespectful. Jesus Christ. And
so, as
then,
someone who has read the comics, David Corenswet is basically right off the page. Henry Cavill's, while he does make a good Superman, like, he has the look, he has the stature for it, the script was not Superman. Superman is all about hope and, happiness and vibrancy. And what
Mm-hmm.
Zack Snyder did was not it. He tried his I like the Snyder movies, but it's like they're variants of the actual characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Gal Gadot, who just can't act her way out of a paper bag, but she looked like Wonder Woman, and it was so weird. It was a
Like,
weird time to be a
yeah,
fan.
I'm a fan of Gal Gadot, but I hated her in Snow White. That whole movie was a mess.
I didn't watch it.
Good, that
I
good.
hate
That
I
movie was a mess. Gal Gadot is like that felt forced, especially with her singing. And
She sang?
yeah, yeah, she was the evil queen. So even the
Oh,
acting,
yeah.
it was over dramatic, not in a good way. Rachel has a beautiful singing voice, but
Yeah.
in that movie, it didn't work. The dwarf was horrible. That I'm like, y'all should have got actual people that actually play this part and not hire these tall actors to make crappy CGI. That was
Yeah.
pathetic.
Thanks a lot, Peter Dinklage.
Right. And I was like, dude, I am seriously wasting 2 hours watching this movie right now. And I'm going to politely tell my sister, don't watch this movie. It was like, go watch the original. Go watch the original Snow White because I don't know what the hell they did with this thing.
Well, the
Um,
main actress, Rachel, she doesn't even like the original. It's like,
yeah, I was
what are
like,
you doing
that's, I
here?
was like, when I saw the post on her Instagram, I was like, why the hell are you making this movie a political statement? That's going to turn people off and not even care to see your freaking movie.
Yeah.
And also, why are you hating on the original, where literally the entire fan base of Disney who probably wanted to support you are now finna not support you? I was like, sweetie, you need to help. You need help in marketing. Uh,
Yeah, her PR people probably lit
Jesus
themselves on
Christ.
fire because, first of all, Snow White was the first animated movie of Disney.
Hmm.
Even if it scared you, even if you weren't a fan, you have to have that respect because the people who are going to
Hmm.
watch your movie are fans of the original, no matter
Hmm.
what. And I didn't see the movie because I cannot stand her. She has a beautiful singing voice. She's not a bad actress, but it's her. Those people you
She's
just
just
love to
very
hate?
cocky. Yeah, she's just very cocky.
It's so weird. Like when she said, "Oh, it's weird that a prince was stalking Snow White." And it's like, ma'am,
I was like, he wasn't stalking.
what is going on here? Like, why are you so I don't know why people are so obsessed with being different, like reinventing
I,
the wheel. Just
yeah,
I just want it, I like the live action Disney. I just wanted a live action Disney movie, you know?
yeah. I've seen every single last live action since when they brought them out. I disliked Lion King, the live action.
What?
It didn't hit me like the original did. Except
Yeah.
Mufasa's death,
Yeah.
that hit me all. That hit me off the feels every time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The kids were great. I just felt Beyonce didn't. She didn't have the spirit of Nala. Beyonce
I
didn't have
didn't
the
think she
spirit
had
of
any
Nala.
spirit.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, they should have got someone who can actually one act and have that tenacity as Nala. And Donald Glover, I think he was pretty okay, but I think he was a bit too laid back with the singing. I didn't really feel the soul in the singing, if that makes sense. But I liked him over to Beyonce, so I'm like, dude, fantastic actor, fantastic musician and producer. My favorite live action so far is Aladdin because I think that was like
Such a good one.
more in tune to the original, even paying
Mhm.
homage to Robin Williams.
Mhm.
I liked Little Mermaid, but I feel like if they wanted to have a African American mermaid, they should have did a different story and actually did an original story with a new character. That's just my opinion. Even
Mhm.
though I love Halle Bailey, but I just feel like that the way they did that it went the wrong way. As I really think they should have done a original story and did something else with the Little Mermaid live action. If that's my point of view on it.
Yeah, I can see your point.
Um,
Personally, I think, it's a fictional story. So it's like her color has nothing to do with the story. So like
true, true.
do whatever you guys want. Just
Yeah.
all I asked was for she has to have the voice. She has to have a beautiful
Oh,
singing
she
voice.
definitely had the
And they
voice.
did.
Oh yeah.
They she Holly brought that, and that's when I was like, I don't care if you're purple. I really don't care at all. That's what I wanted, and I
Man,
got it, and I'm good.
man, when that movie came out, I've seen all these comments. Somebody woke
Oh,
this and woke that. I'm like, it's a fictional character. It's not real.
it was grown
I was
men
like,
online
I was like,
complaining
dude,
about it. They said, "Not my mermaid."
I'm just like, it's not a freaking real person or a real thing.
Well, I was like, "You mean to tell me you grown ass men online,
I was
you
like,
guys are mad
right,
about a mermaid princess? No, you weren't gonna see the movie anyways.
right.
Fuck
And
out of here."
I'm like, dude, are y'all seriously that freaking upset about a fictional character that doesn't exist, by the way? It's a full-fledged fantasy musical. And I'm just like, bruh, what the hell? I'm just like, you're like 50, 60 something year old in a nursing home probably or something, wearing a, having a fit over a 20-year-old girl playing a mermaid. When I tell you I have a blast reading comics, not comics, we'll get back to comics in a minute. Comments on certain movies and those TV shows, and I just look at it and I'm just like, I'm excited to see it because you hate it. That's literally how I go by it.
Yeah, that was my whole vibe when they said that Jonathan Majors was going to be Kang, and everyone's like, not everyone, but the people were like, I can't believe they got a black guy to play. And it's like, I was like, oh,
It's
I'm gonna
like,
sit back and watch. I'm excited because
and I'm like,
out of
Kang
all
is purple.
characters,
It's like Kang's purple.
yeah, like
It's like
out of
Kang's.
all characters, he has so many different looks in the comics.
He does.
This is the hill you want to
Yeah.
die on? Is it
I've
really?
seen that. When I've heard about this multiverse thing and about the character Kang, I was like, who the hell is Kang and why is it a multiverse? And researched it. I'm just like, oh hell. I was like, Jesus, this dude is old and he spreads like wildfire, I see.
Yeah,
And
he is.
then, and I love
He
how they introduced him in Loki as the
Victor
was it
Timely.
Victor Timely, and
Yeah, in the second
I'm just,
scene. Yeah, second season.
yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was his
and I
best
was
one.
like, oh my God, that was the best Marvel show. Oh my God, I love that show. And man, then and then the ending of Loki, and I didn't understand what Loki going into what he meant, what he was becoming until someone explained. It was, oh, he's becoming the god of stories. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, and then they sent me to the comic of where that goes. I was like, oh, I was like, now it makes sense. Okay. And then he's
Yeah,
back for Doomsday. I was like, that makes sense that he's back for Doomsday because he is the god of stories. So he has to protect the timeline, I guess. I don't know how it fully goes. Cause
yeah.
I actually didn't read the full story of the God of Stories just yet. So I
So
was like,
he
this is
looks
very interesting.
after everything. He sees the multiverse. He
Mm.
sees the timelines. He keeps track of everything. So it only makes sense that he will be in the movie. And if we all realize a few weeks ago, very slightly rebranded the Avengers Doomsday look, and it looks much more
Like
Loki
Loki's
green,
color,
not Doom green.
I've noticed that. So I'm like, this gives me more excited now. Because I'm
Yes.
like, one, I love Doctor Doom. Dude is a
Yeah.
fantastic freaking character.
Oh my God,
But
yes.
why did y'all shine up the green on the movie though? I was like, what kind of? I'm like, okay, is Loki leading the movie? I was like, it
Is
would make sense if he does though. Once
Is
I think
Loki
about
the
it.
cliffhanger at the end of the movie
Yeah,
that goes into Secret
to
Wars?
Secret Wars. I was like, and I read the story of Secret Wars, and I was like, okay, Secret Wars is it's a lot of story to put in in
They
one freaking movie.
they need to
And
make
I
it
was like,
2. I'm stressed
right.
that they haven't. I'm so stressed about that.
And I was like, and this multiverse has only been around what like 5 years now since
Too
we
long.
started. But I was like, I'm like, I feel like it's not enough time because I was like, Secret Wars is a massive event, and I was like, 5 years time. I'm like, and this multiverse wasn't as connected as the original Marvel universe was. So I
Yeah.
was like, how are y'all gonna tie all these together at this pace?
Well, you have to
And because
think
you have
that
so many cliffhangers from the Eternals to Moon Knight to Miss
oh,
Marvel,
they don't want
so
us to remember Eternals. They
they
don't want us to think about
they
that at all.
I still remember it because it's a massive cliffhanger and it still pisses me off. I still remember it, even though it's 4 years later. I still remember it.
Yeah.
Um, it's like, how I'm like, then you introduced Thanos' brother. Apparently, that was his brother in the post-credit scene. I was like, where
He
the hell
looks
is Harry
so
Styles' character?
he was so sexy. I hate that they did that. I hate that they did that because I
And,
waited for like 2 years after. I'm like, "When's my boy coming up?" And then it just never happened. I'm like, "You
and
tease."
it's like Marvel, what the crap are you doing?
Yeah.
Man. And then on the DC side, I was I love what James is doing and how he explains how he's not greenlighting nothing until there's an actual script that he approves of. I
Mhm.
was like, thank you, because
That's the way it should be done.
Marvel is just ranking everything
Marvel
and
announces a project before they have
before
a
they have
script, a
script.
director, everything, and it's like, I know people don't think that's a problem,
I'm
but
like,
I
that's a
wanna
huge
remind you of Blade.
one. And that's
And
been what since 2019, actually, by the way.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and they still are in development hell with it.
they're not doing it.
And
There's no way.
right at this point,
They don't have director,
especially
they don't have a script, they don't have anything.
how Ryan Reynolds trolled Marvel and Deadpool and Wolverine with the original Blade. There's only been one Blade and always will be one Blade. And then
Which is a
Ryan Re-
lie, which is a lie, because there was a series of Blade and no one talks about it, but there
exactly
were
no one
2
talks
Blades.
about it, so there's only one Blade.
Yeah, but there's 2 Blades,
But yeah, there is two
Chamberlain Hill.
Blades, but Wesley is the original and the only one that we care about mostly. And then
Wow,
Ryan Reynolds looks at the camera when Wesley says that. I'm like, you're a troll. You're a freaking troll.
that was
And
yeah. Ryan Reynolds works best off the shock factor.
he really does. He really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then DC side, um, not gonna lie, I wasn't a huge fan of DC at first.
Mhm.
Um, because one, I they was very disconnected. I didn't really know like how to feel about it. But I'm a huge fan of Zack Snyder. Especially his Dawn of the Dead movie and Army of the Dead movies and 300 movies. And I think he's also one of my inspirations of like the dark side of writing when I'm like writing them dark
Yeah,
tale story. Yeah.
his
Zack,
movies are dark,
yeah.
literally and figuratively.
But also the guy who wrote Hellboy movie. I keep mispronouncing his first name. I always call him by last Del Toro.
Oh my god, and you made me think about it, and I thought too hard
Yeah.
about it. Now, what is his name?
Gil, Gil, I don't want to butcher his name, so Del Toro. I love how his writing, especially with monsters.
Guillermo.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, like,
Uh,
I thought I knew it, and then I was like, "Do you actually know it?" And I gaslit myself there.
oh yeah, and I really love his writing on monsters. And like, I can't wait to see his Frankenstein movie on Netflix. Oh my God, that looks so beautifully
I
stunning.
know, I know.
And he's
It's
also
Oscar Isaac. It's Moon
yeah,
Knight. Ugh.
and I also write monsters in my comics too. That I write zombies and I create different types of monsters out of my head.
Oh, wow.
And it's funny, my artist who read scripts of my horror stories was like, "Dude, your mind is crazy." And the artist was like, when he read the script, he said he feels the emotion, he feels the stake of the characters going through, and he's like, I can't wait to draw this, and I want more.
Aw, I love that.
And yeah, I was like, for real? And then we got some of the art done of it, and the colorist texted me. He said, "Dude, are you planning to publish this when we finish it?" I was like, "Yeah, I have my publishing company." And he was like, "Dude, this is like the best thing he's ever seen, art-wise and story-wise."
Oh, wow.
And he said, "This is even better than The Walking Dead or anything on the mainstream." I was like, what?" I was like, okay, now you're trying to gas my head up now. I see. I'm like, especially I'm still a new creator, and you give me this big of a compliment? Like, what in the world? And then I've gotten so many other compliments from other people read my writing. They say, dude, are you gonna make these into movies? I was like, I don't know. I'm just getting started. I don't freaking know. But I always make the joke sounds. My name might be Kevin, but I'm not Kevin Feige. I actually go quality over quantity. And I don't do a project until I actually know the story I'm doing and what art style I want. And if it's a priority story that I want to do, and I push stories back because they're not my priority because I need more time to develop those characters and to develop the story so it won't be repetitive and also to make it make sense. Because I'm literally working on multiple series of comics at the same time. So I'm like horror, fantasy, comedy. I'll get back to you like 10 years. So I literally go back and forth between. I'm like, oh, I got an idea for this one. Let me put it down right here so I won't forget it. And so yeah.
I could never. I can't even watch 2 series at the same time, like, absolutely not.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And man, and oh, and and back to DC with James. Um, James is also one of my other inspirations too. Since you asked, that was the question you asked. James is
Mhm.
my other inspiration. Especially he's a nerd himself.
Yeah.
Dude, he can write his tail off. And the Guardians movies, oh my God, I had a blast with those weekend movies. I actually had a blast with the new Superman.
Yeah.
Um,
Me too.
I was like, I was like, I love both Henry and David.
Mhm.
But coming out of Superman, with David, I was like, I do feel a bit more hopeful with this
Mhm.
Superman. But I understood Zach's version because I think the way Zach was trying to go is like even in the dark times, there still could be hope. But he could have tweaked it a lot more to make the show more of the hope side. He's still a
I
bit too dark.
I think
So,
he wanted
but
to make it. I think he's a talented writer or director, I really do.
yeah, he's really
But
good
I
at visuals.
Yeah, but I don't think that was it. I think he needs to do something where he makes up the characters instead
Yeah,
of pulling from
agreed.
already existing, because I think he looked at
Mm,
Superman and said, "I just don't like it. I wanna see it different. I want a new
yeah.
one." And it's like, you can do that with a lot of characters. You
Hmm.
cannot do that with Superman. I am
Oh yeah.
sorry, but you can't. He just stands for too much good. You cannot
Oh
turn
yeah.
him into something angry and brooding. He is not Batman. He made
Right.
Batman the
Right.
comedic relief of the movie. It was like, oh my god.
Actually, in the Justice League version, the 2017 version, that actually wasn't Zach. That was Joss Whedon
Hmm.
who made Batman a comedic.
Well, I mean, like in the Justice League Snyder cut.
Oh well, yeah, he was still a bit comedic, but yeah,
Yeah.
but he was still a little bit comedic because I think he did that because like the fan backlash, somebody should be a little bit lighter and yada yada yada. So I think that's what he tried to lean to. And I was like, who gives a fuck what these crybabies talk about? Like
Ish.
they're gonna complain regardless of what you do. So I'm like, just go. I'm like, just stick to what the character is.
Just
And
what you think would make a good movie, just stick to that. Don't lean this
yeah,
way, don't lean that way. What
yeah,
you, as the person who holds responsibility for these characters, think is best for the characters. And I think
exactly.
Zach was like, no, I'm not doing that, which is
Oh
fine.
my
It's
god.
whatever.
Yeah,
It happened.
exactly.
So
And
we are nearing the end. This went by super, super fast, actually. Uh, can you tell my listeners where they can find you and your books?
you can find me on Instagram at I am Kevin Davis official. Facebook, I am Kevin Davis CEO. My entertainment website, my publisher website is keviside.com. It's
Hmm.
spelled KEVISYDE.com. And if you want to see my magazine, it's at kevisyinternational.com, which is KEVYSIE international.com.
And listeners, I do know that is a lot of links. This man does a lot of things. So just look in the show notes under each episode. Anywhere you listen to the or watch this episode, you will find every single link there. So thank you for coming on. This was so much fun. I had so much fun nerding out with you. I never get to do this anymore. It's usually just me on the episode. So this is really fun.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, thank you for listening to this episode of Vigilante Vibes. Wherever you are listening to this episode, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my amazing guests like Kevin or any future episode. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a marvelous night.